God, I love those owl sounds. There was an extra owl there at the end, wasn't it? Excuse me. A little further back. It was more like a yo or ho. Yo ho. Actually, it was a Yo Joe. It was an old Hudson soft game published by. I hope I played it. Yeah, two cool dudes, one with an Elvis hair and sunglasses. Hudson Software released that one back in 1993. That's what the wiki says, at least. No, excuse me, not wiki, Exotica. Exotica, there's a nice Amiga site. I used to visit that one when I was a wee little younger. Another wee lad, I believe English people say oftentimes. Anyway, Commodore 64 wanted that one, and where is the background image? The ones that keep my brain cells intact for another hour? Yes. There you go. That was probably the third, yes. It is, if my memory doesn't fail me, the third Amiga tune in a row. Let's break that trend. And so forth. Yeah, I got lots of birthday greetings. It's horrible, really. I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm flattered, I guess. Didn't know so many people appreciated that I'm one step closer to the grave, you know. Then I'm on my second half of the life's football game. Yeah. When you pass 40, the big 40, life kind of, well, they say that you're at the prime of your life and all, but that is, of course, if you have everything you need. And yeah, I have at least half of what I need, so I shouldn't complain. I still got my Amiga 500. It's growing dust slowly in my parents' attic. Back at my parents' house, I still have it. But I've been such of an asshole that I haven't actually covered it in plastic or anything like to protect it from dust further. So I'm gonna have to use the either a dust blower. I have one of those in the cupboard here in my apartment, or I could just use a gigantic vacuum cleaner to absorb away like 20 years of dust that probably accumulated between the keys on the computer, because as we all know, old computers have their stuff under the keys, like the main board and stuff. Yeah, so modern day PC owners, or MacBook owners for that matter, also kind of have that one problem, but it's only if they're using laptops or notebooks anyway. Most of my friends, they use stationary desktop models. Yeah. Hello to you, Rice, and Spavac, and anyone I forgot to mention. And yeah, I promised Cork that I was going to answer his question. He says, why is Crack's Ultima's wish bucket a bucket full of fluid? That's a perfectly good question. It's a valid question, because I keep like saying that word all the time. It's a request a bucket or wish bucket or whatever. Is it a bucket of fluid? No, I collect fluids in other stuff, like toilet bowls, right before I flush them. Sometimes I cough up phlegm in or slime even, in the kitchen sink, right before I use the faucet. So I'm kind of a semi-hygienic guy in that sense. But thank you very much, Cork, anyway, for it is a valid question. It really is. And I'm quite astounded as to why people haven't asked me that before. Perhaps they even have, but I'm just silly enough not to have noticed, you know. So, yeah, Maltus made a request. I might get back to that. Uthar is here as well. Hello to you, Uthar. Were you at today, this year's gathering, like you usually do? As you all know, I wasn't there. I was there in heart and mind, and in spirit and all. You might have, you're such a good bunch of listeners. You might even have raised a glass of one or two of you in my honor or some crap like that. But because I was there 2 years ago. But it was like 2015, and it was unfortunately the last one for me because I'm such a poor soul. I couldn't afford to. I could afford, in theory, to go by train, but it's just that I hate trains. I fucking hate riding in trains. I, as many of you people know, I was on rehab last year for my drunkenness, and therefore, since I'm now a better person, apparently, or at least officially. Then I rode the train 2 years in a row, 2 summers in a row, and I had no planning to do that for my third. I wasn't planning on making a habit of riding trains like thousands of kilometers every summer. No, I hate trains. If it was a plane ride, then I would be more than welcome to. But there will be no more gatherings, and I do hope that all of you who were there this past weekend had an awfully good time. I mean, that you had an awesome time, not an awfully good time, but an awesomely good time. It sure was, as he was there. Yeah, as many of you who are joining the chat, at least half of you, I think, were probably there. Europeans and all. I don't know if Americans ever visit the gathering. To my recollection, no one has so far. Perhaps one. I'm not sure. But many people ride, like Ziona, she rode like at least double the distance it would take me. Yeah, well, it's enough talk for me for now. On my part, I think I'm gonna play a request actually. There's a guy calling himself R-Typer, and he wants a Teo ATF. With me, I'm getting the letters mixed around. Teo with ATF remix. And by the way, happy birthday, he says. Well, thank you, R-Typer. And it is in my Whopper folder, I think. So it should be quite possible. Oh yes, there it is. So enough of this thing, because it's not Halloween yet, and I need to creep you out. It's only been like 35 minutes.